Welcome everyone. My name is Ketaki. I'm one of the contributing writers for ASAP Connect, and I'm delighted to kickstart the second of our live streams with artist and curator Sushanta Mandal. We're here at Madeira Art Gallery in New Delhi at the site of a group exhibition that he has curated called Erasure. And I won't take up too much time. I'm going to allow him to speak. But the exhibition has 9 artists along with some extra interventions by practitioners from across disciplines. Sushanta will talk a little bit about the curatorial framework of the exhibition, his vision for it, some of the questions that he aims to bring up, and he'll also walk us through parts of the exhibition. So I'm going to step out of the frame now and allow Sushanta to take it.
Thank you, Ketaki. This is a show I conceived almost 2 years ago, and the title is Erasure. So, what I did try to hold in that curatorial note that two sorts of erasure. One is the historical one, and another one kind of clinical, pathological. I mean, you can address the suffering from dementia and how memory completely erases from a person's mind. And so, from these two primary ideas, when I sent these notes to the artist, and it was mentioned that there are different kind of porosity that erases, so how you would explore it. So different artists had that kind of different ideas, and we had almost 2 years discussions, and this is the outcome of those discussions. And along with that thing, a section is made for interdisciplinary section, where once I was thinking about this show, I didn't want to hold it with only 9 artists, and I wanted to push the boundary of it. Then I invited theatre people, writers, dancers, and from other collectives also. And how do they take erasure in their discipline? What is their idea? And then I asked them to say whatever the sort of things, it might be image or in sound piece or video or a short note. So that is how the whole exhibition is structured. So at my back, it is Atul's work. Atul's, in his practice, those who are familiar, you know very well. His lots of works actually produced based on poetry. So it is also on a poetry translated from Gujarati poet, and it is talking about imagine back, imagine forward, then imagine something more, and in that way the whole thing written, rewritten, and again, so it resonates a kind of certain text which is not readable, but it gives a kind of reflection of it. So it is a different kind of take as erasure. Now, this is the work of Meethu Shen. This is one of the interesting works in this show that were restricted. These are all painted on the past image of Meethu, and so in hard notes she mentioned that lots of elements in past drawings, they might not be appropriate. So all of them actually covered, buried with black paint, and then finally birds, then cripples, and then kind of apolitical images all came on the surface. But I feel that it's very interesting that when you are talking about the inappropriate images at the back of the painting, that those kind of images, it comes in our imagination, and it goes on and on, in a kind of repetitive mode. So what was behind the black paint, what was behind that, which was inappropriate, what are those things inappropriate? So these kind of self-censorship actually made this work much more complex and interesting in that way. So it's another kind of eraser which addresses in a different manner. So now, if you look at the works of Anju, so Anju Williams, this is the experiment first time she did with the light boxes. So in her work, main protagonists are main women, and in her works, blending colors from different surfaces is unpredictable, and it reminds us. I mean, this kind of blending colors blurs the image of a portrait, image of the background and foreground. Reminds us of kind of political events and of course disturbing events happened in history. And finally, with the glowing light, it actually replaces the disappearance. So,
And this is the first time that she's worked with light boxes.
light
is that right?
boxes, yeah. And now, but I was just talking about the section I invited people from other discipline. So this is a very young collective, Angad collective. They are based in Assam. So this is their videos and photographic engagement. And she's a very young architect. So she is talking about Delhi's and Delhi's jubilees and how they are removed, and then finally these things are hardly people, they are actually into the paper and the rest all are not. It is as per survey report, jubilees does not exist at site.
So this is the section where you invited practitioners other than the 9 artists to intervene and talk about erasure.
Exactly. So she is Rajeshri Ramamurthy. That I worked with her in a project that dancers and visual artists they work together. And so when I wrote to her, she wrote a mail that where she was reminiscing about her mother's dementia, and recently she passed away. And then she wrote a poetry on it about her mother. And so this is the way we displayed it. So it actually addresses the kind of memory blurs and goes away. And this is a sound piece of Babu Ishwar.
So it's interesting how the exhibition looks at both a collective and a sort of individual form of erasure. You've kind of managed to
actually try to make it more complex, and what are the different kind of disciplines and people, those who are from different disciplines, how they look at erasure. So that was the kind of investigation I wanted to do through this exhibition. So now you could see.
We go upstairs.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Sudeep's work, and when I thought about the curatorial exercise, I selected artists from different genres. So Shureer and Gulam's works are very well, his drawing, painting, and different kind of layers, and a kind of narratives it comes out. And it was my investigation that how do they take eraser in their work. So this is a man and with a large suitcase and looking for something, and we know all very well what he's looking for. Perhaps looking for papers to prove his citizenship. And this is the work of Gulam. So Gulam's long-term engagement with making maps, and these maps actually reveals unfolds lots of different historical events and which creates complexity and contradiction too. And then if you look at another interesting work of Aisha Abraham, who works with old footages, you know that the 8 mm films, and after a period of time that fungus grows on them. Our aim is not that the preservation of film or restoration. It is more about the narratives captured in video format, and once that the fungus meets up those narratives and that intersection of these two things actually creates another narrative. So it is almost like narrative, non-narrative, in between kind of stations, and hard explorations are on that sort of experiments. So I feel that it is very interesting position for this show. One of the fantastic example in Ranveer's work, and even in my work also, I didn't think of it, but when I was looking back at what kind of work, the way that the film is made, before filming the script is made, and I thought that if I do it other way around, that seeing a film and taking a note and then projecting that thing on the screen instead of any image or pressing image, and then what kind of those texts, what kind of image it provides to the viewers. So these are that sort of experiments I have done, and then finally it again creates a kind of contradiction in the name of eraser. So I am not making it a kind of statement that it's erasing things, maybe it's cleaning the glass, other way around it might clean the text. So it goes on and on in that, and then water comes down, and water is the kind of substance used which is always helps to recreate. And these are the glasses on the top. So after 2-3 days, the new glass, new text would come. So that the whole stretch of the exhibition, a month long or more, and those viewers who were to come again and again, so they can see different kind of text for different days. So this is another interesting work of this show. It's made by Ranveer Kadekar. So Ranveer's long time engagement with video and video installations. So here 2 frames, 2 canvases on the 2 sides of the wall, and these 2 frames holds 2 figures, man and a girl, perhaps their father and daughters, and then one figure comes to crosses the frame and reaches to another frame, and then finally the man disappears, and then other way around, the man reaches to the girl and the girl disappears. So it's a kind of narratives what we could relate, what we have actually experienced in last year. And then one very interesting experiments happen over here, that when the man reaches to the girl and the girl reaches to the man, it takes longer time than the actual length. So it stretches the length of the space along with the time. So the 2 works where in this work where these photographs are printed on aluminum and they covered with kind of enamel prints, transparent, semi-transparent. So what's happening is that most of the details are hidden under the enamel prints, only the contour and very dark kind of shades comes out to our eyes, and it gives the kind of suggestion of the image, and most of the things are buried under the enamel prints.
So thank you, Sushanta,
Thank
for walking
you
us
for